Cells are the smallest living units of an organism. All cells have a number of similar organelles. Let's go into detail the structures of a cell and their functions. But before that, we will find out the purpose of a cell and the different types of cells. There are 7 basic properties of cells. Firstly, cells are very complex and organized. They are complex in their consistencies in appearance and composition, and are highly organized by their specific functions. Secondly, cells possess and uses genetic program. Cells are formed according to genetic information encoded by genes. These genes or DNA are coiled up and packaged in the chromosomes in the nucleus. Thirdly, cells are able to self-replicate. Cells are able to yield an identical copy of themselves. Fourth is that cells acquire and utilize energy. All cells require energy for constant development and to maintain their complexity. Different cells acquire their energy differently. For example, plant cells converts sunlight into chemical energy, and animal cells converts glucose into ATP. The energy acquired is used in anabolism and catabolism, which is the rebuilding and degrading of macromolecules and organelles, respectively. The fifth property of cells is that cells can respond to stimuli through receptors on the cell surface proteins to produce hormones or growth factors that ultimately respond by changing their metabolic activities. Cells can also self-regulate through cellular activities and DNA replication. Lastly, cells can evolve. Now, let's move on to find out the differences in the different cell types, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. There are 2 main differences between these 2 cells. Prokaryotic cells only consist of single-celled organisms, while multi-celled organisms can be found in eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotes have no significant internal membranes, while eukaryotes have extensive systems. Here are some examples. Other differences include the organelles they have. There are 3 important eukaryotic organelles: the nucleus, which contains most of the DNA of the cell, and also the site of RNA synthesis; mitochondrion, which contains enzymes that help catalyze reactions to produce energy; and chloroplasts, found in green plants where photosynthesis takes place. The nucleus is the brain of the cell. It contains all the genetic information of the cell. The nucleus has different parts. The nucleolus rewrites ribosomal RNA and combines it with proteins. The nucleoplasm is a fluid substance which the solutes dissolve. The nuclear envelope is a double layer of parallel cell membranes which contains nuclear pores on its surface to control the flow of molecules in and out of the nucleus. These are the functions of the nuclear envelope. Now, let's talk about other organelles and their functions. The mitochondria consists of 2 layers, the outer membrane and the inner membrane. The cristae forms its internal membranes where protein machinery is held. The matrix possesses mitochondrial DNA, which is distinct and separate from nuclear DNA. This means that it produces its own RNA and proteins. The endoplasmic reticulum, or ER for short, is divided into 2 types, the rough ER and the smooth ER. It is a system of membranes that enclose a space. The rough ER function as protein processors and secretes proteins, while the smooth ER synthesizes hormones, detoxify the liver, and regulate the release of calcium ions in skeletal and muscle cells. The Golgi complex carry out past translational modifications where carbohydrates are assembled. Transport of proteins are also held here. Lysosomes are the cell's digestive organelle. It contains enzymes to break down materials from the external environment, such as bacteria. Endosomes is linked to the Golgi complex to aid protein trafficking and also recycles cellular wastes. The cytoskeleton of cells contains long, hollow, unbranched tubes called microtubules and thin, solid structures called microfilaments. Together with the intermediate filaments, it gives the cells structural support, positions and attaches organelles within the cells, direct the movement of materials within the cell, and controls cellular division.